Hi guys, welcome back to Truth in Life Tarot. In this video, we are going to be opening, reviewing, and doing a deck interview of the Star Spinner Tarot. So this is what the box looks like. And the back says, "Let the stars light your way. Enjoy a world where fairies play, mermaids yearn, and threads of the familiar and fantastic are spun together to guide you on your own personal journey." Featuring beloved comic artist Trungle's enchanting illustrative style, the Star Spinner Tarot reinterprets classical tarot imagery for a more inclusive deck with multiple lovers cards to reflect a range of romantic expression and illustrations drawn from stories, myths, and fairy tales. Cool. All right. Let's see if I can open this without something sharp. Okay. Okay, so it's magnetic. And you open it up. Oh, wow. Oh. I wonder what this is. It's like a little pocket or something. And there's a little ribbon here. And we have the guidebook. And this is what the back looks like. Wow, that's pretty. Hang on, I gotta check out what this is. Is this something that a card can go in, or is this just design? Okay, it's just design. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go through the cards one by one so you can see each card. There are 81 cards in this deck instead of the typical 78. So that's interesting. I guess we have 3 more lovers cards. Yeah, because they did say there was more lover cards to express the difference. How did they phrase it? To reflect a range of romantic expression and illustrations drawn from stories, myths, and fairy tales. All right, so this is the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress. Oh my God, I freaking love this card. The Emperor, the Hierophant, oh, here it is. The Lovers, the Lovers, the Lovers, the Lovers. Okay, wait. Okay, so it looks like this is like maybe a man and a woman. I'm about 90% sure that's a man and a woman. Okay, 2 men, another man and a woman, and 2 women. Nice. The Chariot, Fortitude, which is strength. The Hermit, Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star. I love this moon card too, the moon, the Sun. These cards have such like the colors, like you wouldn't think these colors go together, but they do. Like in this art style, it's really nice. Judgment, the World. Oh, okay, now we're at the Wands. Peter Pan. So it looks like the court cards are called the same, the page, knight, queen, and king. Now we're at the cups, the chalices. This kind of reminds me of like manga art covers. No wonder I like this deck. It's an interesting Ten of Cups. I don't think I've ever seen a couple and then like another person in the background on a Ten of Cups before. I gotta look at the guidebook for some of these because some of these are different. Now we're at the swords. Oh, and the King of Cups is a dragon? That is so cool. Ace of Swords. I don't mean to go through this kind of fast, but I do, I don't want to make the video too long. Plus, you can always pause if you like a certain card. Pentacles. That's a different Five of Pentacles, too. Queen of Pentacles. King of the rabbits. So what was the animals in the cup card? You know what? I'm gonna find out from the guidebook because I know the guidebook is probably gonna say it. Okay. So the guidebook has, okay, there's a picture for each page, for each card. I just want to see if they have an introduction for the suits. Okay, so it just starts off with like the ace and the two of chalices. And it has like a cover page for the suits. So it does have upright and reverse for the major arcana. Let's see, and the minor arcana. Okay. Let's see. So it has the Celtic cross. And it has some spreads for you to try. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we are going to see how this deck shuffles. This has like a like it kind of reflects ever so slightly from the light. Like there's like, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Okay, so let's see how this deck shuffles. Not difficult, but it's definitely different. Let's see the horizontal shuffle. Oh, you get to pop them, so that's good. I know there are probably some people out there that can just like, they can like kind of make any deck of cards pop, but I have small hands and I just can't do that with every deck that I have. Okay, let's see the vertical shuffle. Oh, yep, no, this is one of those decks that so I will be sticking with the horizontal shuffle because this is just happens to be one of those decks where it just doesn't work out for me. That one was a bit better, but still. Let me do the, try to get one by one again. Okay. So we're going to do the deck interview, where we are going to ask for an introduction card for this deck. What are the strengths and weaknesses of this deck? What can you learn from working with this deck? What is the best way to connect with this deck, as well as what is the potential outcome of working with this deck? I'm going to shuffle it a few more times, actually. And it's already starting to slightly bend from the shuffling that I'm doing, so I'm going to shuffle it the other way. See if that helps at all. Okay, so the first card is an introductory card. What is a good introductory card for this deck? So we have the King of Swords. What are the strengths of this deck? We have the Nine of Wands. What are the weaknesses of this deck? Okay, these want to come out. What was that? That was the Three of Wands and the Sun card. All right. What can we learn from working with this deck? Okay. We have the King of Cups. Can I do it side by side? I'm going to do it this way. The King of Cups, the Six of Swords, as well as the Ten of Swords. Okay. What is the best way to connect with this deck? King of Wands. We have a lot of kings. We have like, we're missing only one king. And that's the King of Pentacles. That's not here yet. Okay. What is the potential outcome of working with this deck? Oh, okay. All right. So we have this up here. Try to get it all within the shot. Okay. So we have the High Priestess as well as the Eight of Cups. Okay. So the first card was the introductory card, and it was the King of Swords. So I feel like this deck is very... I feel like it brings out your inner knowing in a way where it's not as simple as like kind of getting the right card for whatever the answer is, but it's more like pulling the right card for whatever the answer is in a way that you will understand it. So it's like if you're, let's say, for example, if you pull the Ten of Cups, and you're doing a reading and you pulled the Ten of Cups. Well, if you, with this deck, if you pulled the Ten of Cups, it would have an extra layer of meaning for you, as opposed to if you, perhaps if you did it with another deck. So it's not just about pulling the cards that are the answer or are what you already know. It's more about connecting it back to you. So on the it's on your spread, and it also like you'll feel that connection. The strengths of this deck, we got the Nine of Wands. So I feel like it's not, I don't really get the sense that the strength of this deck is more like holding on when you're almost there. I more so get the sense that it's like holding on no matter where you are in your journey, but most especially at a time when you may feel like giving up, on an idea, on an adventure, on something that you've been ruminating on for a while. I feel like the strength of this deck is showing you what you need to see in order to get your strength. Even though you may be in, the Nine of Wands Wounded Warrior energy. For the weaknesses, we got the Sun as well as the Three of Wands. So the weakness of this deck, for some people, it may leave them like it's almost like they might have too much hope, or they might have too much optimism. That's the word. They might have too much optimism, where they may need to back down. Like this deck, the how do you say it? The kind of like the downloads that you get with this deck may be perceived as more optimistic than they are. I feel like that's the weaknesses. What can we learn from this deck? We have the Ten of Swords, the King of Cups, as well as the Six of Swords. So what you can learn from this deck, I feel like it's saying it's like it's almost like this go with the flow energy. Like I feel like you'll learn balance. Like you'll learn how to take the negative or the positive. And it's like, for example, if you're kind of like an optimist, then you can learn to kind of balance that out with the imagery of these cards, or you can learn to balance it out with what you get Yeah, with the imagery of these cards, and same thing for if you are a pessimist. Because the King of Cups, he's all about like managed emotions, but still like he's not devoid of emotion, but he is like the king. Yeah, he's like the king of emotion. So like he knows like how to control it and stuff, and he knows how to best use it. And then you have the Ten of Swords, which is about endings, and of course the Six of Swords, which is about moving on. So this can be a tool for those of us that kind of have trouble balancing the good and the bad. Like sometimes you see things all good, or sometimes you see things all bad. This could help us to kind of see it as neutral, kind of see it as just a part of the universe and not something to be judged. Even though the weakness is that some people will, for some people, I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder to come to that. Yeah. And then for the best way to connect with this deck, we have the King of Wands. So I feel like the best way to connect with this deck is to have a kind of open and creative mind, like be willing to change and transform. That's the best way to connect. Just like start with the air of, I almost wanted to say with the air of anything is possible, but it's more like with the air of I am open to change. I am open to transformation. And I am open to receive everything. And for the potential outcome of working with this deck, we have the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. So this is similar. I feel like this might have been like another deck interview I did, Tarot, the Magical Forest. Because the message that I'm getting with the potential outcome is that it's like that go with the flow energy that I got earlier. It's like you'll know how to go, you'll know how to like take what's going on and not like kind of necessarily view it as good or evil or right or wrong or anything like that. You'll just be able to just kind of see it as is and take the wisdom from it and just go forward. Yeah. Let's see. Because the Six of Swords is also like that moving on energy. So yeah, another thing that I want to say about the what can I learn from this deck is that like you can learn how to move on without, and I think I might have said this already in a different way, but to kind of move, to kind of get from here to there, or to just move through life in general without taking life too seriously. Without letting like this Ten of Swords energy weigh you down, you can still have the King of Cups energy where you're not devoid of emotion, but you know how to handle it. You know how to maneuver, not maneuver through it, but work with it. Okay, that was my unboxing slash deck review slash deck interview for the Star Spinner Tarot. I hope you liked it. If this is the kind of thing you like to see on my channel, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to leave your comments, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Bye.